party, except I have a sad question for you first.
Oh, no.
That you probably can't answer.
Okay.
Was that you in the hospital bed that Scott kissed on the forehead?
Do you think that was me?
Yes. It looked like your hair, I thought.
Who else could it be?
Well, we had thought maybe it could be Malia also, and there's not really a lot of ladies
It's
left.
a little blurry.
It's a little blurry.
We'll have to see.
It's good dancing around there.
Thank you. Thank you for the dance.
Also, you all did a great job moderating that panel.
Yes.
Yeah. I love your little notes.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we tried to work on it. And you know, Tyler was saying this earlier when we were over doing another interview. To be in that huge hall and for it to be so quiet, it seemed like it was really quiet. Was it as quiet for you guys as it was for us?
Everybody was just listening.
It was like bated breath.
Because I was like, we are boring them.
No.
They are so quiet that they are not picking up what we're putting
Everybody was
down.
on like the edge of their seat.
So,
Yeah, it was one of those like.
I mean, it would be okay if it was boring. You never know how it's going to
Definitely not.
Everybody was focused or happy.
Yeah, I was going to say there was a lot of stifled emotion as well.
I see, yes.
So I think there was a lot of that.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad that you liked it.
But actually, speaking of that, you know, you guys started in a very tiny room at the very beginning, and now you're in the biggest hall in Comic-Con, and you know, your character started as someone who had no idea of what was going on, and now she's in the thick of it. Like, what has that journey been like, both as a, you know, as for Melissa as a character and you as an actress?
Yeah.
Like,
well, as an actor, you know, you hope that you get on a show that's well received. Then you hope that your character is well received, and then you hope, the terminology is, that they write for you. And I think Jeff has been beholden to every character to write well for them at some point. You know, while we have a large cast, it's not too large that anybody gets completely snowballed, except maybe Greenberg. Greenberg doesn't get much time. But, and so it's been amazing, you know, you know that like maybe if you wane a little bit, you're not there for a couple of episodes, that doesn't mean that he doesn't love you or your character. That just means that there's something that's coming up that, you know, that will be impactful, I guess. And as far as the progression, I mean, you want to talk about like getting a script and not knowing if it's going to go anywhere, and then you get a call and it's like you're not the first choice, but you know, it's in your court, and do you want to do this? And it might only go 3 episodes, and here we are 100 episodes in, and that's pretty amazing for any show, and especially a show within our genre. And, you know, we thank the fans and our friends and for all the love and support. We wouldn't be here without you.
Lyndon spoke yesterday about watching the cast growing up and like how he kind of feels like he's their dad. How has it been for you, especially with Tyler, you being his mom? How has could you talk about that?
Yeah, you know, I think Tyler, while he presents very young, right, he also has a lot of wisdom and old soul in him. And so, you know, we've all had amazing parallels in our lives. We've all loved and we've all lost, and we've all had heroic moments and tragedies and progression within our careers and all those kinds of things. And so what's really amazing is that we're all real friends. And because we've been together for 6 seasons, you know, you can have a conversation with somebody. I can have a conversation with Charlie Carver that I probably can't have with anybody else. And it would be very special for both of us. Yeah. And we have that moment, and then we leave and we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it to anybody else. It's a very special conversation. And I've had conversations like that with almost every cast member. And I know vice versa with everybody. So we really love and depend on each other, as simple as that sounds. And it's very real. There's no real dust-ups on set, as I like to say. Everybody really gets along, and it's just been amazing. Yeah.
You kind of have to play a little bit of that with fandom as well. You're so good interacting with the fandom.
Oh, yay!
And because it skews a little bit younger, and they all tend to call you mom.
Yes.
Do you ever find yourself in a situation where you're like, this is so difficult for me being semi-removed from it, but being looked up to in this way?
I don't find it difficult. I find a great responsibility in it. And I take that very seriously. Like, I you know, it's only been pointed out over the last couple of years that that both Lyndon and I are a little bit more active than maybe some of the other cast members. And that's because I think, you know, I know that not everybody tells the truth on Twitter or on the Instagrams or on the snaps, you know. Some people can be a little bit more dramatic or whatever. But when a perceived child is going through something and they say something to you, and what am I going to do? You know, my mom just died. I feel like nobody loves me, or, you know, I just came out to my dad and he hasn't spoken to me for a week. Like, I find those moments, I want to believe that they're truthful, and I find a lot of responsibility when somebody's typing that in 140 characters, because maybe they don't have anybody else to talk to. So I want them to know that, you know, somebody out there is listening.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Could you tell us a little bit about what Melissa has been up to, or like?
Melissa, me?
Yeah, well, like if you, well, no, that sorry.
Melissa character.
The character since the end of 6A. I mean, is she still with Chris? What's been going on?
Well, I mean, I think we're going to be exploring that. Again, like I said, once you lay one on one person like that, there needs to be a conversation. So we'll see where that brings us. And and again, she's really busy at that hospital. Like, somebody get that woman a day off.
Promote her.
Seriously, like
The day off was
Right, something.
Something.
What
It's
would
never a
she-
dull moment.
they could always
No.
What would you do on her day off? She had to do
Sleep and laundry. There's a lot of laundry, a lot of shopping at the grocery store. Yeah.
Has she gotten good at removing bloodstains from clothing?
Yeah, pretty much. I think she just burns her scrubs at this point. How am I going to get this out of here? And it was a luxury to wear scrubs for all this time. Are we okay? Okay. It was a luxury. I was able to eat as many donuts as I wanted to at craft service. And as soon as they were like, it's only going to be season 6, I was like, well, I need to put this down, because the next job I'm not going to be wearing scrubs, maybe. I need to get it back into shape.
I also think Melissa needs her own elevator that nobody else has access to in the hospital, because bad things always happen.
So she can sneak people in.
I like to call it the Hellivator. I like to call it the Hellivator, and I got to tell you that, you know, before we had the storyline with Argent and Mama McCall together, I had kind of put it into Jeff's mind that wouldn't it be really great if the last scene was the sheriff and Mama McCall kind of trotting down the hall, and they get into that elevator and somebody pushes the button, and as the doors close, you see this, like, little kissy face. Like, that would have been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been like, you know, and maybe you don't even really see them touch, but it's just,
You know, you're
a stolen moment,
You'll
maybe.
make the internet.
Yeah. Hellivator turns Lovevator.
And the elevator on a good note.
Yeah.
Is there anything coming up for you personally that you're super excited about now that this sort of phase is?
Yeah, I'm really excited about the last 10 episodes. You know, they start on the 30th, and so we're really proud of them. And just personally for me, I'm excited to be back on Chicago Fire. I have to actually leave tomorrow. We're starting shooting on Monday, and that's very exciting. It's really amazing to be up in Chicago and work with that whole team, which is also a family as well. So thanks for asking. And thank you for being here, you guys.
Thank you.